What's up? My name is Jade, and you are watching a track by track of my new EP, Sad Songs About Sad Things. I've been trying not to run head first. It is a collection of songs that were written like within the last 3 years or so. It's kind of like a whole collage almost of songs because they were all about like the same thing, but it kind of like happened over a long period of time. I knew that the EP was going to be called Sad Songs About Sad Things far before I even knew what songs were going to be on it. I just always knew that was going to be like the EP title of my first one at least. So yeah, it's kind of like just a collection of the last couple of years in like 5 tracks. So F This is basically just like you have been in a relationship and you're kind of scared to get into another one because the last one ended poorly or like things happened that went not so great, and you're just like terrified to get into another relationship. And so you're just like, you know what? F this, I'm out. You're like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. No, thank you. But it also had that like essence of, oh, but I still like want a relationship kind of thing. So it was kind of like the track contradicted kind of like the overall feeling, but it was still like present in little like hints of like, oh, but I still want a relationship, but also like I'm scared of that shit. So yeah. The premise of the song is kind of just like you're in this weird are we friends, are we not, are we dating, are we not, like in that weird like in between stage. So I thought that Untitled fit really well with like that sort of like state of being, because you're kind of like, we don't have a title, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, we're not, you know, like we're not dating, but we're also not dating. It just ended up being Untitled because I thought that it fit really well with the premise of the song. Sad AF, what a track. Well, Sad AF is basically just about you're kind of in a relationship, but it's like lost its spark and you're kind of just like going like this the whole time, like nothing exciting's happening, and like I don't know, you're almost at that point where you know that the relationship is going to end and you're like sad about it, but it hasn't like ended yet. So when people ask you about it, you're like, oh yeah, like it's chill, we're doing great, we're fine, like yeah, like he's great, but in reality like it's not going so great, and you're just like playing it off and like brushing it off until eventually it ends. But yeah, that's kind of where we went with that one. We wrote it in Montreal, I guess 3 years ago now. I was in Montreal for a writing trip. And I remember there was like this insane heat wave the whole time I was in Montreal. Like it was like no rain at all. It was crazy. The one night that we sat down to write Electricity, literally sat on the floor beside the producer. He was working on the track. He like bounced me just the piano. And I was like sitting there with my headphones on. I wrote the whole track in like half an hour. He looks down at me. He's like, how's it going? And I was like, song's done. As we were finishing the song, it finally started to rain. It was nighttime and there was like the street lights were shining in through the window and it was like raining and you could like hear it. And it was just so like, it felt like such an epiphany in that moment, which was so weird. It was kind of like a subconscious feeling that I was having about the same relationship that Sad AF is about. And I hadn't really like come to terms with it yet until I wrote the song, and I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know I was feeling like this until I wrote the song. Honestly, the whole thing felt like a weird like sign. I don't know, it was really strange, but it was really cool. And so that song is really special. Enough for You is my favorite song I think I've ever done. I've been teasing it for like, I want to say a good year and a bit. I was in this like, I was so sad, dude, like so sad. I was away for the weekend and I remember I came home and I didn't even bring my like belongings up to my room. I literally just went into, because my studio is like right off of my like main entrance of my house. And I literally just like dropped all my stuff. I sat down at the piano. I sat there for at least 3 hours. I wrote the chorus and I sent it to my best friend. And I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And she was like, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Then it just kind of like, it lived on Instagram, I want to say for like a year. And my now boyfriend, I remember we were talking about the EP and I was like, what is the 5th song going to be like? What am I going to put on there? And he's like, you need to record this song. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know if I should do it or not. I was like, it's kind of just like I don't know. And then eventually I did it and I got a producer on it, and it just like became something, I don't know. It's like so just like sad, and I don't want to call my song beautiful, but like if it wasn't my song, I would say it was beautiful. Yeah, we got like strings on it. We got like real strings on it, and there's just like so many vocal layers. It's like my ideal favorite song that I've ever done. It's just like, it makes me cry listening to it because it's just like the most raw, honest song I feel like I've made. And that's coming after Electricity too. It just hits me hard. Hello. Quick question. Do you like listening to music that validates your sadness? Okay, that's the first question. Second question. Have you ever been in a relationship that ended? Okay, so if you answered yes to any of these questions, one or two or both, I just released my debut EP, Sad Songs About Sad Things, and you can listen to it now. I did a track-by-track interview with the music enthusiast, and we kind of broke down every track. So depending on what mood you're in, there's a song for you. So yeah, Sad Songs About Sad Things out now. I hope you like it. If not, please don't tell me.